Hi guys, Steph here, and what have we got for you today? Well, I'll tell you what we've got for you today is an absolutely gorgeous fountain pen. Does anybody know what it is? Maybe not. What I'll do, I'll tell you exactly what it is. It's a Swan Mabie Todd L112-93. The pen is dated around about the 1930s, and in my opinion it's quite a rare pen. First of all, these sort of yellow pens in their own right, they're actually sort of quite rare anyway, but this particular pattern, which is the golden marble with black veins, let's give you a close-up of it. It's absolutely beautiful material. I don't know if it'll become apparent on the video, but if you actually see it in sort of daylight, it's got this lovely sort of pearlescent sort of sheen to it, or this little sort of, well, not a dazzle, but yeah, it's a sort of pearlescent sheen, and it sort of sparkles in daylight. It's an absolutely beautiful example. As I say, I believe this pen is quite a rare pen. You won't see very many of them about. So yeah, a Mabie Todd L112-93 in this gorgeous golden marble with black veins. It comes with gold fill trim. If we show you the cap there, you can see it has these two quite narrow cap bands to the end of the cap there, and if we take you up to the clip, it's got quite a short clip, and then to the very top of the clip there you'll see the very recognizable Swan logo. This is what they term as a ball clip, so very nice indeed. And to the very top there we've got this slightly peaked stud, if you like, to the top of the cap. And then if we show you to the top there, you can see again it's got this sort of white Swan logo to the very top of the cap there. And then if we take you to the other end of the pen, you can see it's got this sort of stud again, this knurled stud to the end of the barrel there. The reason it's got this sort of stud or this knob is because this is what they term as a Swan leverless pen. Now, we've told you in other videos what a leverless pen is. It means that you simply turn the knob here, in turn it turns a bar inside which sort of catches the sack, twists it, and then once you turn the knob back again, the sack opens up to its original shape, and at that point draws ink into the pen. The pen itself, it's not a large pen, it's quite a smallish pen. The size of it from the top of the cap to the bottom of the barrel, around about 114 millimeters capped. Around the barrel, it's approximately 10.5 millimeters in diameter, but all in all, an absolutely gorgeous, stunning example. One of the other things about this particular pen, which in my opinion is quite rare, a lot of you people will know that on most pens the barrel imprint is along the barrel around about here sometimes. On this pen it's down at the bottom. Now what I've done, I've highlighted it slightly, but because of the colour of the pen, I'm not too sure whether it'll actually be visible, so I'm hoping it will be. What I'm going to do is keep it nice and close, give it a slight twirl as I'm showing it to you, and what it actually reads from the top, it's got trademark with the Swan logo in between. Underneath that it has Mabie Todd and Company Limited, and then underneath that it has the model, which is L112-93, and then below that, towards the knob at the bottom there, it has Swan leverless, part number 390585-32, and at the very end near the bottom it has made in England. So as you can see there, a very rare and unusual barrel imprint to this pen. I'm hoping that was, well, I'm hoping you could actually see that, but all in all, an absolutely gorgeous pen. Now, if we unscrew the cap like so, again, what may not be sort of visible on video is that the material of this pen is translucent as well. It's absolutely beautiful. Let's give you a couple of twirls, show you the pen in different angles. A beautiful, beautiful example. Now, if we take you up to this section, you can see it's got quite a short section. To the bottom of the section there, you'll notice it also has Swan. And then if we take you to the nib there, as you'd expect, a gorgeous Swan Mabie Todd nib. This is the #1 nib, as it says, Swan Mabie Todd and Company, made in England. Let's give you a sideways view. Show you the feed underneath. Again, everything's been cleaned. It's got the standard Swan feed underneath, and again, you may notice to the feed it says Swan underneath the feed. So all in all, absolutely gorgeous. Now, because this pen has actually been sat in my collection, there's no sack inside, because what I've done, I don't write that very often and I don't use all my pens, so when I have them sat in my collection, I don't put a sack in the pen. Obviously, if I decide to part with this pen, or somebody makes me an offer I can't refuse, then what I'll happily do is put a sack inside the pen for the person, for them ready to write. But at the moment, if I actually just take the, there you go, you can see the feed comes off, and the reason I'm taking that off, let's get my little torch and shine it inside. Let's try the other side as well, like this. There you go, hopefully you can see there. It's got this lovely transparency to the pen. You can actually see through the pen. And one thing that you can also see, again, I don't know how it'll actually show in the video, but as we turn the knob there, we can actually see, let's try this again, we can actually see the bar inside. Always very difficult to show these pens that are translucent on video, because, well, the way I've got my lighting set up. But if you hold this up to the light and turn this, you can actually see the bar inside moving. So what we're going to do is pop the section back on like so. Let's show you the cap, same again. Let's shine it inside. There you go, you can see the cap as well has this lovely translucency to it as I switch the, there we go, absolutely beautiful. So if we just do that again for you, there you go, you can see it's got this lovely translucency, and you can actually see there the inner cap inside the pen. So all in all, absolutely stunning pen, beautiful condition, and again, in my opinion, a rare pen. Because it's not got a sack inside, I'm not actually going to fill the pen, because obviously it won't fill. But for you people that I know like to see pens writing, what I'm going to do is I'll bring on some paper and we'll just simply do a dip writing test, because with it being a Swan #1 nib, I would say it will have some flexibility. So let's try it out. So what we have is a Swan, this one being the L112-93, and we're dating the pen from the 1930s. Let's dip it again. In beautiful condition, writing very nicely, as you would expect. So does it have some flex? Well, the answer is Yes, it does. So as you can see, on the downward stroke, we can get some flexibility, a broader line. So we'll leave it at that, just a short writing sample. As you can see, with it being a Swan #1 nib, it's got some lovely flex to it from a, I would say from a fine line going through to a broad line. So let's pop the cap back on, and there we have it, an absolutely gorgeous, and again, in my opinion, a rare Swan Mabie Todd L112-93 fountain pen in absolutely superb condition with this beautiful material. As I say, it's a golden marble with black veins. Absolutely stunning. And again, as you saw earlier, with the very unusual barrel imprint to the bottom of the barrel. So there we have it. So that's one of my pens in my collection. But saying that, well, if someone wants to make me an offer I can't refuse, then yeah, I wouldn't be happy, but you know, I'd really enjoy, I would enjoy this pen going to somebody who would maybe actually use it and appreciate it. A lot of my pens are in my collection for me to look at, if you like. I just love collecting them. But it's a shame that this pen's not being used as it should be. So I don't know, maybe if someone makes me an offer I can't refuse, then we may part company. But for now, I hope you've enjoyed looking at the pen as much as I enjoy showing them to you people. Don't forget, leave a comment down below, and have you subscribed? If not, why not? Subscribe below. But for now, I'll just simply say bye-bye for now.